Hello, welcome back to Satisfactory Update 7. This is Maker Gaming with episode 63 of our playthrough. And we just returned back to our base, our first base. The first 50 episodes of our playthrough, they were all done in these areas. And we're back. Last episode, a small tour of the place for any new viewers from when we were over at Purple Base the past, 13 episodes? And I was going to get started on something, but offline I was kind of messing around here. Now I'm kind of stuck on this idea, and I think I'm going to see it through before I do anything else. So, this is a map. I was just, kind of thinking about my Minecraft map and how I loved having it on the wall and on my bases. And so I just decided to see if I could kind of come up with just a basic location type map. So, based off that tour I gave, or if you're a regular viewer of my episodes, red is where we are now. That white to the right of it, that's our road. Goes out that way. That white little square right there is our starter base. That white line going across is the canyon. That would be the bridge going there up past the canyon. And then turning that way over to our spire tower. Purple spire tower. The black is the heavy modular frame build right there in the river. That white one by itself is our coal plant over there, and that is our green field base and our blue crater oil pipeline. So that's all those areas kind of right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. So I was just doing that. I thought it was cool enough. Then I thought, well, it'd be cooler on a wall, right? So you can go into your whatever room you're in and see it. And then I thought even better than a wall would be a window. I haven't even confirmed yet, but yep, that's fine. We can do beams on the wall. Then I was thinking, well, hell, we have kind of three bases, right? We're going to have three main bases. This is our main hub. This is our spire tower. And this is our purple base. So I thought if I'm going to go through the work of trying to create something that's a cool graphical type map, then I should make it repeatable too. So I turned off the game and I decided to start the next episode now. And I decided I want to put a blueprint designer down, make this in that blueprint designer so that if it's good, I can take it to all three bases and have it at each place. So let's get started with that. Alright, things we're going to need. Man, times like this, I really wish I had a second monitor set up on this. Things we're going to need. A map that I can look at offline while I'm building, and a blueprint designer. Because if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We're going to do it roughly the shape, roughly the size, relative distances, because if we start adding things in between places and we don't have relative distances correct from the beginning, it'll get real sloppy real quick. So, let's get started. I really want it here, but I also don't even want to delete these tiny little marks that I've made for all this stuff, so we're just going to put it one up. And that should block it all. Or, I'm sorry, that should keep it from interfering with any of this stuff. I'm thinking 5x4. But that's open to be changed. Alright, I just did a little back of the napkin, real quick measuring. Let's say it's about 4 by 3.5 tall here. So that's close. I think I want to go one taller. Alright, that's the top of our map. Ooh, some fun color back there. Hopefully I say something good enough that warrants using this clip. It's about the brightest yellow I've seen in this game. You know what? I had a thought. I really need to start keeping track of where sunrise and sunset is. I assume it's the same every day, and I've never used that fact to add to like the ambiance of a building, right? Like whichever side the sun's coming in or coming down to get those effects. Anyways, that's not part of this. All right, so we got down, down, down. It's about a third of the way, and then we get to about over a third of the way at the bottom. So a third would be 1 1/3 of these, which would be about that. Slightly down for a third, then slightly up for about a sixth. I wish we had something a little more fine than this. Other things we could use up here, we could use small signs like this for odes. I'm sorry, nodes, odes. Yeah, so all the iron and limestone odes. And then other shapes for our bases, things like that. I don't think I actually want the map drawn up there though, because I mean you just can't get fine enough with the beams. So what I think we'll do is just do the locations, make it more a graphical representation like this, just make it more accurate than this. I will say, Coffee Stain's map of Massage 2A BB is a little bit better than mine, but I think the shape's pretty close. You can almost see it when I pull it out, right? um, what's up, Ray? Get out of my map. I'm out of steel beams, so just flying backwards to go get some. Easy peasy. Ooh. I pressed the wrong button to fly. D does not fly, FYI. Alright, steel beams and go back. Finalize this before we put like a Quidditch type ring up there for him to fly through. It's pretty accurate. It goes about one more on either side. The heights are good though. And I said this a couple episodes ago, but just something I learned. Your build gun has a 100-meter distance. So if you ever need to know how far 100 meters is, you kind of run up to something till it goes orange, and that's your 100 meters. So right there, it's 100. And that's 100. Can be useful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we were to do a circle like we did in 2 episodes ago with the pillars, let's think about this. That would be the inner diameter, right? Would be 7 and 8. It's 56. Oh, what does that mean? That means if we wanted to make the circle, we'd have to do it in quarters in the blueprint designer, but we could do a bottom half and a top half. So 2 blueprints connected 4 pieces to make the full circle, which is doable. 7 foundation. So at some point we got to build that type of circle, and then maybe see if we can decorate it a little better than our initial idea. I mean, because the concrete circle looks good, but I'm sure there's other things we could do to it to make it super fancy for Ray. Back to the map. So maybe for the spire tower, we go tallest out of any of them. That will be our tallest object in the game. Besides the space elevator. But hell, the space elevator's right there also. Then, what about metal beams? Just thinking, we'll see. What about metal beams for roads? So we know we have a major road going from here which accounts for that bridge going over the canyon. Here, you are here. Here's our oil. Or, I'm sorry, our coal. So yeah, this is directly south. Green fields. And we need our blue crater. And purple base. So purple base is here. And that's our oil at the blue crater. Alright, I know it's oil, but it is the blue crater, so we'll mark it like that. So that really gives you an idea of how little of the map we've covered. That is our heavy modular frame. So we got that. That is about here in the water. I like it. I like having the map border, but it just looks awful, so I also kind of want to get rid of it. Alright, I'm back. I've been gone. I was doing a little bit of Fixmas closeout, which I don't know where I'm going to add. I'll add it into some video. And the one thing I did offline, I started thinking, hey, maps need a legend, right? So I'll probably make a legend for this too. The other thing that happened is I thought too much about this map offline, and I want to go bigger and better. This is ridiculous. This is kind of cool as a minimalist. It's almost like minimalist art, right? And I might still play around with this where it's just kind of lines for major roads and some sort of symbols for large factories, bases, areas of the map. But I want to do a better map. I've been thinking about it. I want it to have layers. I want it to be, I mean, really 3x3 or 4x4 blueprint size, but I think I'm going to stick with a 2x2, right? So that'll give us, this is 32 meters by 32 meters. And I think I actually want to go 64 meters by 64 meters because the details here are just dumb, right? I mean, that is not a good indicator of massage 2ABB. It's too beautiful to show it like that. So I'll make that better on my own time. I will make this better on our time. And I think this is a cool enough idea that I might actually have like this might be my first showcase. I might make a showcase video of this because I know most people on YouTube don't have time for my long, drawn out discovery type playthrough. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, I know I just said let's get started, but we get pretty detailed going from here, so this is where we are now. We'll get to this in the next episode. This is step 1. That's where I'm at now, but I have a couple more steps. Thanks for joining. I hope you like this. I think it's a cool idea, and I want to see how far I can take it. So I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining. See you then.